Hello and welcome to today's Coffee with Craig. Today, I want to talk with you about this concept of a good guy with a gun. Now, John Lott recently wrote a piece that you can see at Fox News, where he talks about how the media really came out and castigated President Trump because he said he talked about a good guy with the gun and how the individual he talked about the guy who actually was the one responsible for shooting, wounding, and eventually would eventually lead to the death of the Texas shooter, the shooter in Sutherland, Texas. But he pointed out how much it probably would have helped if an individual there within the church had actually had a concealed weapons permit. And been able to defend the folks even there within the church. And once again, the media, mainstream media, went after the president and talked about how bad it was. But but it's all part of a plot. I don't want to say a plot, but it's part of this thing where they completely and utterly deny that firearms are used in the defense of others, of self and others. In fact, it was so bad that even the Obama administration, the Justice Department in 2014, the FBI put out a report saying that between 2000 and 2013, that there was only one instance where a concealed carry permit holder had actually utilized a firearm in defense or in order to stop a mass shooting. Now, at that same time, we had actually put together a video talking about it. It was really focused on the myth of gun-free zones. But just in that video alone, we talk about a few incidents that we found. December 9th, 2007, Gene Assam was at church when a 24-year-old gunman named Matthew Murray began firing at parishioners in the parking lot. Murray claimed 2 victims before Assam was able to open fire on him with her concealed weapon. Now, after receiving multiple hits from Assam, Murray then shot himself. July 9th, 2009, a man entered a Golden Market in Virginia and began firing a gun. He shot and wounded the clerk and began firing at other patrons. He ran out of ammo and was attempting to reload when he was shot and wounded and then eventually subdued by a permit holder who happened to be in the store. December 11th, 2012, 2 people were shot and killed and a third seriously wounded in Clackamas County, Oregon, when Jacob Roberts opened fire in a local shopping mall. Nick Melly, a shopper at the mall, drew his personally owned concealed weapon, and then Roberts retreated. So, that was just little old me spending a little bit of time on the internet in 2014 to put together just those 3 instances. So we already know for a fact that they're lying, that they are going out of their way to try and hide the fact that individuals are utilizing firearms in order to defend themselves. In fact, it's been estimated, if you go to gunfacts.info, it's been estimated that over 2.5 million times a firearm has been used to defend oneself or others. In fact, they note that it's 8.5 times more likely that a firearm will be used for someone to defend themselves than it will be used either in accidental shooting or in a violent crime. But that's part of the thing that they just don't want to admit. They don't want to admit that, law-abiding citizens with guns, and this whole thing, they're saying, well, more guns just isn't the answer. We're not talking about more guns. We're talking about law-abiding citizens, people who have taken the time to know the law, to train with their firearms, to be in a position to be able to defend themselves and others around them. When that is the case, it decreases the likelihood of people being victimized or becoming victims by those who would utilize firearms to harm them. And that's just common sense. And statistics bear it out. Even though the gun grabbers and the anti-Second Amendment crowd will lie to you all day long, the fact is that in areas where they restrict gun rights, there's more gun crime. In areas where you have more freedom, more ability to exercise your right to keep and bear arms, there is less gun crime. Those are the facts, like them or not. Anyway, folks, that's going to be it for today's Coffee with Craig. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and share these videos. Let folks know about the Firearms Policy Coalition, the place where the fight for civil rights is #1. Take care. We'll talk to you later.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.